Alistair, a Kitco article's headline was, "All that glitters is getting pricier, but demand is not going away." The article went on to say that more investors and nations are losing faith in the US dollar and Treasury yields will continue to climb. In this environment, gold remains the last global monetary asset standing. I'm going to repeat that. In this environment, gold remains the last global monetary asset standing. Alistair, what does that last statement really mean?
Really, what that last statement means, and I don't know necessarily that this is how Kitco would read it, but basically, faith in credit is diminishing. That's really what it is. You've got to bear in mind that in any transactions, there are two possible outcomes. One is final settlement, and that final settlement extinguishes any credit, any debt. That's final, and that can only be gold. The other is, if you like, deferred settlement, which is settlement in credit. You may do a transaction and think, that's it, I'm done, all right, okay, I bought my goods and I paid for it and that's it. But the person who sells you the goods has taken bank credit off you in exchange for those goods. He hasn't taken real money. And indeed, the entire economy works on credit. So one cannot overemphasize the importance of the destruction of faith in the value of this credit. And that basically is what's happening. If that's what Kitco meant, then I'm fully on board with their statement. But it does mean that it's not just the dollar. They would be talking about the dollar. It's also all the other currencies, because the entire fiat currency system is dollar dependent. The dollar, if you like, is the king rat of fiat currencies. If the king rat turns turtle and dies, then all of the rest of them die as well. And indeed, if you look at the dynamics in Europe with France's uncontrollable situation, Germany sliding into debt, and at the same time, her economy turning down quite severely. Spain, again, a similar situation. And then you look at the UK and look at Japan. I mean, all the other G7 currencies are potentially in a worse position than the dollar. The reason that the dollar credit, as it were, is really vulnerable is because it is over-owned by foreigners, which isn't the case to the same extent in the other currencies. So at the moment, the dollar is basically leading everything lower. But there will come a point, I guess, where Europeans and Brits and Japanese may sort of think, well, the dollar's got problems, but they have as well, my goodness, and they will go down with it, I'm afraid. So this credit thing is extremely important. So the statement that gold is the last monetary asset left standing is absolutely true. And if you ain't got any, you're going to lose it all.
Take those words as vital words. If you haven't got any, it's a downfall. So, we would say to every one of our clients, everybody that's listening, you've got to get rid of some of that cash and just put the majority into gold and silver, and you'll end up okay. It'll still be hard times out there, but you'll be a lot better off than the majority of people.